Morning 6th standard. Your lesson will continue now. Science lesson, electricity and circuits. I think 2 weeks back we started the lesson and it was continued. Now I want to sum up the lesson. I want to finish it today. That's why I have to recap. I have to recall what I taught you, because a long time even I myself, I don't know where I stopped. I was going on searching my videos. Right, okay. Then I said what is the importance of electricity. I think I told you in introduction. Then we have power stations. I spoke to you about Neyveli and Mettur. And then what is electric cell? It is a source of electricity. And what is a terminals? I told you plus sign and minus sign, positive terminal and negative terminal. What is a battery? A battery is nothing but when two or more cells are joined together, the combined is called as a battery. Then I told you about the circuit, how the positive terminal send current, how it goes to the filament, to the bulb, and how it is from there it goes to the negative terminal, and how bulb glows. And then if the circuit is okay, the bulb glows. If the circuit is breakage, the bulb will not glow. So I think I explained all this to you. Now the recalling all this back, I want to tell you about the circuit. You are very clear how the current passes from one place. Then I told you good conductor of electricity and bad conductor of electricity. I spoke to you about good conductors and bad conductors. Aluminium, copper, iron are good conductors of electricity. Rubber, plastic, all these are bad conductor of electricity. What is good, what is bad? It's nothing but they can conduct electricity, they cannot conduct electricity. Then I told you what are the materials they use in battery, that is the cell, and from their reaction we are getting electric current. Now today I want to talk to you about, there are two main things here. I want to just tell you that about a bulb. I think if you take a bulb, I told you, you have the terminals. You have the terminals and you have a filament. These two things are very, very important, because the filament breaks. It's the filament mostly made up of tungsten. Tungsten, you must have seen there is a small, like if you take a bulb, you can see a small hair-like wire that will be like a twisted wire will be there. If that breaks, the whole circuit will break, or you have to throw the bulb. We call it as a fused bulb. We call it as a fused bulb. Now I will explain what is a bulb and how it is made up of. What are the different things are used in it. Now listen. A metal filament, actually a tungsten is used. Now this is a good conductor of electricity. That is why it's making the bulb to glow. Here the electrical energy is changed into light energy. See, these electrical energy can be changed into so many energies. So many. See, if you take a bulb, the electrical energy changes light energy. If you take a grinder, the electrical energy changes to a grinding mechanism. If you take a fan, it makes the fan to run. The wind, this one, rotating, you get air in it. Okay, this electrical energy can make the machines to rotate, or can make the machines to produce. There are so many things. The electrical energy can be converted in different ways. Now the metal filament, it is inside, and you have a electric wire. See, you will have a holder like thing that will be hanging. Then they will insert the bulb. In the holder only you will have the connections for the bulb. The bulb actually separately we buy from the shop. The connections already at home. At home it is there. The positive and the negative terminal is there inside. Then that is connected to a holder, because every time we cannot open the wire and connect it. See, imagine if they put a positive terminal in one side and negative red and blue wire is shown outside. It's not safe also. It's dangerous. So it is taken to a holder. That's for the house. Suppose you are using a battery to make the small bulb to glow. We use the battery, and there because it's small amount of electricity is there, shocking problem will not be there in the battery when we use. So it is connected to the positive terminal and to the negative terminal. Then in this the electric current goes from positive terminal to the filament, and from there it goes out from the bulb. Once he enters inside, already the negative terminal is attached to it. Both are inside. Okay, the filaments start glowing, the light start glowing. So the light is glowing and the process continues. Suppose you want to break it, you can just take off one terminal, then the light will not glow. That is called breaking of circuits. How we break it circuits? We use the switch. I think all these I have mentioned many times. I think so. A switch is a breaking electric current. That's what we use it at home. To turn off the lights or fan, whatever it is, to break the circuit. Now we use some symbols. I will just give you some symbols in the picture, and I will tell you about it in the picture. I'll just write it in the picture. Then I told you about the filament and the down. If you look at the bulb, you will have a metal thing will be there that only conduct electricity, and the bulb glows. Okay, now I want to tell you how open out a torch, how the cells are arranged, and what are the other things inside. See, take a torch which is at home and open it up. Ask Appa to open it, or you yourself can open it and observe how it is made up of. You can see there may be 2 cells or maybe 4 cells. Those days it is made up of steel, like steel, stainless steel, and the metal, it is a metal outside. And then the cells are arranged inside. Usually nowadays you have a plastic outside, that is the outside part is plastic. Now in electric torch you have batteries. That is the source of energy, electrical energy, that is converted into a light energy. Electricity flows from the battery through the wires and light the bulb and back to the batteries. See, it goes, that's what I told you, it goes from the plus side to the light and comes back. You could see in the torch, you can see a small bulb inside. It is connected, these 2 batteries are connected to the bulb. Once it's finished, then it comes back, this one. It is necessary to arrange the battery in a proper order. And that's what I told you. You have to see how to arrange. Now always keep the button side up. Then naturally it will be the top part. I told you what is the top part and what is the down part, I told you. Then when you again this one, you are going to attach with the down part. Then opposite symbol will come. If you are suppose putting the plus and the minus down, then again when you are putting in the button on the top, plus will come. Okay, The opposite terminals will this one. When the switch pushed to the on position, the circuit complete and the bulb lights. See, like this. Suppose if you are not putting this, the circuit is not completed, the circuit is not right, not completed, so you can't say. Suppose if you make a mistake, it is we would say it is not proper, it is wrong circuit, the light will not glow. This is what inside the battery torch. And you have some more things here. You have insulators. Insulator means what we have in the hand. That is why it will not conduct current. You no need to afraid of it. Okay. Just look at the picture of your cell inside the thing torch. You have a reflector, that is reflector means that glass which is covering the bulb, and you have a bulb, and you have a plastic casting, that is to protect the electric current, and you have a small switch, sliding switch, to break the circuit or to connect the circuit. And you have electric cell. There are two electric cell. There are two electric cell in this torch. There are number of even 4 or 8. It just depends on it. I'll be giving the pictures and just you can take. Good conductors and bad conductors. Those who allow pass the current to move on, we call it as a good conductors of electricity. Bad conductors, most of the plastic things are bad. Rubber and plastic things are bad conductors of electricity. Now we'll move on to, I think, where all needed more explanation. I'm just giving it up because my video I'm not getting, I don't know where it is. I'm searching for it. What is a dry cell? What is a dry cell? It's nothing but a cell. That's okay. They cannot be recharged. Nowadays we have rechargeable cells we are getting. It's a new thing. Most of us are buying that only now. Because we need lot of electricity. So even when there is no main electricity, we are trying to use our cells to continue our work. So rechargeable. You can charge it and use it again. But the dry cell, you cannot recharge it. Once it's over, once the chemical what is inside is over, you have to throw it off. The dry cell, what are the things inside the dry cell? You can see. I will send that picture for you. A carbon rod with a metal cap. See on the top you can see a cap. There is a small button like thing I told you. And dipped into magnesium dioxide. See, these are all the chemicals that doesn't have an explanation. You have to learn as it is. Called positive electrode. That is a positive terminal on the top. It is a magnesium dioxide. Then it goes inside. Then you have a mixture of carbon and magnesium dioxide. It's all names of this one. Magnesium dioxide absorbs the released hydrogen gas in the chemical reaction, thus improves the function of the dry cell. Okay, the gas plays a very important role. How the gas you are getting? Carbon plus magnesium dioxide react together and produce a gas called hydrogen that will help the function of a dry cell. Then you have a fabric separator. That is to maybe you cannot make everything to react together. That's why you have bad conductors in between. Then it will react better. Electrolytes, paste of ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride acts as an electrolyte and thus allows the electricity to pass through. Electrolyte means it allows the lights. It's a good conductor. Which one? The ammonium chloride. The metal cast is as a cathode. It is a positive terminal of the dry cell. The current flows from the positive to the negative. Always from positive to the negative. Outer plastic thing I told you. the outer plastic or metal, whatever it is in a cell. Okay, the whole thing is sealed and packed with a hand plastic covering so that the contents do not spill it out, because after reaction they may become a little almost like a sometimes like a solid state. That's why sometimes it will react and comes out, it's become poisonous. That's why we are sealing it up neatly. That's why we use it, and we ask not to play with the cells. It's not so good. Zinc, another metal. So far we have our chemicals, magnesium dioxide and carbon, both react and we get hydrogen gas that will help the to electricity to flow faster. And you have ammonium chloride, that is like a medium means it is sending it to other part. So far this is the positive terminal. Now we are going on to the negative terminal. You have zinc in the negative terminal. This is another chemical. It contains a paste of ammonium chloride. Already ammonium chloride we have learnt. A paste sense, that is why we are sealing it up. Paste of ammonium chloride, inside the paste a cardboard container having powdered magnesium dioxide and carbon is placed. There are small holes in carbon through which a chemical reaction takes place between ammonium chloride and magnesium dioxide. Zinc is called the negative electrode, negative terminal. This is the explanation of a dry cell. I will give you the picture with the explanation. Just you can learn it. You have to draw a dry cell. You have to draw a torch. Already you have drawn circuit, bulb. Okay, with that I am just completing your electricity lesson. I will be giving the question answer also for you. That's all, book back exercise, extra question answer and all. After finishing for the test we will do it. Please, anytime they open the school, see that you complete all your notebooks. Don't make yourself stressed. It's because when you are stressed, you try to make mistakes. The situation is not so favor for us, so we cannot waste time. I am not asking you to be stressed yourself, because then and there you finished. I am giving you every class comes after 15 days. You finish after 15 days. None of you are submitting the notebook. That's why even there are 3-4 submitted notebook, I didn't open it. It's because I'm going to give dates from next week onwards. I will call personally and ask you to submit the notebook and the test notebook and your projects. Here you have to make a circuit project. Okay? Circuit project. Take a photograph. All that I will ask you by attendance order. It goes both the class sections. Then I will enter the whole thing here. When you submitted, when you not submitted, all that it is with me. So even your parents, teachers, if you have a meeting, I can show everything. Some children finish the same day. Some are finished within 1 or 2 days. Some have not finished. Now also they have not finished. Please see that. Use your time wisely. I am not asking to stress yourself. 15 days time. Please do it. Okay. Thank you. Stay safe.